What's up, guys? Jackrippzz back here with another video. Hope this one turns out a little better than the last time I tried recording this thing, because the last time it didn't turn out very well. I started confusing myself, which in turn would have confused you guys even worse. So, anyways, we'll get right into it. This is Jackrippzz coming at you at the Horoscope 101 channel. Yes, I'm in a squeaky seat. It makes a lot of noise. My other one gave out on me, so I had to buy like a cheap replacement to get me through till I get some extra money. And, you know, for the low price of $35.99, comes with a little bit of squeaking. What can I say? Anyways, moving on. This week is Witch Week. Sorry I missed you guys last week. If any of you was even paying attention to my video uploads, I'm sure some of you do. Feel sorry for you guys that pay attention to anything I have to say, because I'm sure I ramble a lot. But anyways, I didn't have time to do the video. We had a lot going on. I'm not going to go into detail about it. The people that I'm closest to here on YouTube, in the YouTube community, they know kind of what happened and what was going on. And I'll just leave it at that. I had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life, involved some family member, or a family member. So, but anyways, this week is Witch Week. My video last week, you know, like I said, I never got around to doing the video. Didn't have time. I completely forgot all about it. You know, it's one of those situations where I put it off, and then just completely forgot. And the next day, I'm like, oh crap! I forgot to upload my video. I forgot to even do a video. Heck, I forgot to even watch a movie. You know, I just had so much going on. So, anyways, like I said, this is Witch Week. I definitely was not going to miss this week. One of my favorite types of subgenres in horror. I love anything to do with witch. You know, witches, Ouija boards, and you know, demonic possession. Anything to do with, you know, anything like that. Black magic. I just eat it up. I love it. Ever since I was a kid, I loved it. You know, I really had a hard time finding what I was gonna talk to you guys about. But I decided to do Inferno because I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, but I haven't got to do like a really in-depth overview of the movie. Of course, this is the Arrow Blu-ray, which if you guys have not checked this out, definitely pick it up. It looks absolutely fantastic. I got that from my good friend Andrew down in Australia. Awesome guy. Thank you so much for sending this up my way, man. Completely unreal. You cannot beat that that artwork there, man. Arrow has, in my opinion, some of the all-time best releases. I know a lot of people hate on them, but man, I just love them. And of course, you can't beat Blue Underground's release of Inferno either. You can pick this up for like, you know, $8 or $9. It's new. I mean, it's very cheap. But anyways, moving right along. Basically, Inferno is the sequel to Suspiria. It's a film from 1980, of course, by the great Dario Argento. Basically, it follows, the very beginning of the movie follows a young female. For the life of me, actually I have it pulled up right here so I can actually tell you what her name is. Rose. A young girl named Rose who's studying in New York. I don't know if she's going to school out there or what she's doing, but she comes across this book in this old antique shop. She starts reading the book. She starts learning about the three mothers. Well, the three mothers are these three witches, basically the top witches of this coven. They run everything, basically pretty much run everything worldwide, from my understanding. Just, of course, Suspiria and Inferno don't make complete sense all the way through, but they're not meant to be. They're more of a visual movie, more you know, they stimulate the mind. They use, you know, Argento uses a lot of vibrant colors throughout the movie and puts you in a dream state where you're not sure what's really happening is real or if it's in their head or a mixture of the two, which is completely fine with me because you know, it is more of an art film. Suspiria and Inferno, I consider them more, you know, artsy horror films, which I'm totally fine with. I love them. Two of my all-time favorite films together. But back to Inferno, Rose is studying in New York. She comes across this book. She starts reading about the three mothers. The three mothers are located in three different places. One being in Rome, one being in New York, and the other one being somewhere else. I can't remember where, but you can look it up if you want to double check. She's in New York. She's reading this book. Comes to the conclusion that the apartment building she's living in and the surrounding area around her apartment building is the home of one of the three mothers. So she starts investigating a little bit more, puts her nose where it don't belong. Well, long story short, she starts getting a little worried that maybe she's being watched, being followed. She sends a note over to her brother, which is across the ocean. I believe he's in Europe studying music. I believe he's in Rome actually, which is the house of one of the other mothers. Of course, at this time, one of the mothers, Mother Superior, well, how do you pronounce it? It's not, well, you can call her Mother Superior, because that's what she's called in Suspiria, but they pronounce it some weird way throughout the movie. She's already dead at this point. So, back to what I was saying, Mark's over studying music in Rome, which is where one of the other mothers is. And she sends a note over there saying, hey, look, there's some weird stuff's going on. Please come to New York. I need your help. Yada, yada, yada. Well, he leaves the note, without even reading it, he leaves the note behind in class. Some other girl, I think her name's Sarah, picks up the note, puts her nose where it don't belong. Sarah winds up dead. All alone back across the Atlantic there. I believe that's the Atlantic Sea that splits the two. Either or. Big old area of water back across the other side. Rose is, sticking her nose really where it doesn't belong. Rose ends up dead. So Mark flies over to New York, lands, and pretty much starts investigating, the death of his sister. Well, the disappearance of his sister. But, of course, we as viewers all know that she's dead. So basically what happens is Mark falls deeper and deeper into this mystical world of Dario Argento, pretty much, in my opinion, is what I would call it. Basically, it's a very dreamlike state. The whole movie takes place. You're not sure if it's a dream, if it's reality, if it's a mixture of the two. Of course, if you've seen Suspiria, then Argento, at this point in time, used a lot of vibrant colors throughout the movie. This movie doesn't make complete sense. Of course, it is a movie about witches. There's actually some alchemy going on throughout the movie. That's pretty much about what the movie is about. I mean, Mark's investigating the death of his sister, or the disappearance of his sister, and it leads to him, maybe, or, uncovering one of the mothers. Maybe he destroys her, maybe he don't. But, it's a watch that when you sit down and watch it, you can't necessarily watch it for a great story. It's more of a visual movie. A lot of people say that's a cheap way out of movie making, is whenever you make just a visual movie, you make a movie that's just visually stimulating. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's just a lack of good writing or whatnot. But in my opinion, you don't really need it. The gore effects in Inferno are good. The imagery in Inferno is amazing. A lot of the scenes, there's a couple scenes that take place underneath a building where there's some water. You have to go down this little bitty hole, and underneath the hole there's nothing but water. There's a couple scenes that take place in that area, and the camera shots and angles and the colors that are used underneath water are just spectacular. I mean, they really are. There's not much more I'm going to say about the movie. Like I said, it is Dario Argento. It is a sequel to Suspiria. Came out in 1980. I highly suggest it. It's one of the best witch type movies out there, in my opinion, especially from the 80s. So yeah, Inferno. You guys definitely check it out. I know I probably didn't make much sense throughout this video, but I'm really congested. I'm not feeling real well. So, that's that. I hope this video turns out okay, and I'm going to cut it off before I sneeze. So this is jackrippzz. Peace.